Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Code Logic. So in this video we are going to see the Accenture coding test questions. So these are the questions which are handpicked and asked in Accenture's coding round. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So you can see this is our problem statement 1 which is asked in campus 10 August 2021. Okay, so what problem statement says is, so function that needs accepts two parameters, okay, r and unit, okay, and then a positive integer of array of size n. Okay, so till now what we have got is we'll have input r, then unit, and then array of size n, array of n. Okay, so we have to understand the problem statement carefully, otherwise we are not able to solve the problem. Okay, so we'll go forward as it arguments are represent number of rats present in area. So what this means is rats. Okay, and then unit is amount of food each rat consumes. Okay, so each rat required this amount of food. Okay, and then each ith element of the array represents the amount of food present in I plus 1 house, so where 0 is less than equal to I. Okay, so this is a array of houses. Okay, and each house contains some amount of food. Okay, so so there are, if there are n houses, then each house will have some amount of food. Okay, now what we are asked to do, so there are some notes. So return -1 if array is null. So if array is empty, then we have to return null. Okay, and return 0 if total amount of food from all houses is not sufficient for rats. So what that mean, we'll again see in the next section. And then compute value lies within integer range. So all the values are in integer range, so we can use the integer variables. Now, so here you can see these are the rats. Okay, each rat require two amount of food. Okay, so there are 8 houses, and each house will have some amount of food. So here output is 4. So how they have reached to output, because we want, how much food we want is to feed all the rats. So we have 7 rats, and each rat requires 2 amount of food. Okay, so that is means 14, and we have 8 houses, each house has some food. So we'll add one by one. So first house has 2, then we have 8, then we have 3, and then we have 5. Okay, now the sum is 10 and 5 8, so 18. So only first 4 houses are sufficient to feed all the rats. Okay, so this is what they have explained here. Okay, the amount of food of first 4 houses is 18. Since the amount of food 14 first 4 house is sufficient for all the rats, thus the output is 4. Okay, so we have to return number of houses which will provide food to all the houses, sorry, all the rats. Okay, now we'll start the coding. So I have created a one question file. Okay, so that is a cp file. Now we'll include some packages like bit slash using namespace std. Then we'll write a main method. Okay, so we have a few parameters. So you can see r, unit, n, and then array of n. Okay, int r number of rats. Okay, then unit, each rat will need some amount of food. Then n number of houses. Okay, we'll use sin r unit will scan the input from user, then n, and after that we'll scan the array of size n. So first we'll declare the array of size n, then we'll use for loop. Okay, So we have scanned the array. Now we'll write one method here. Int calculate number of houses, which will take parameters as int r, int unit, int n, and then int array of n. Int array. Okay. So first condition, if array or n is exactly equals to 0, that means array is empty, then we'll just return -1 from here, because as you can see here in the explanation, return -1 if array is null. Okay, and then return 0 if amount of food from all houses is not sufficient for all the rats. Okay, so we'll get to this part. Okay, so we have added first condition here. Now we'll create a variable int sum. Initially we'll assign it 0 value, and then we'll iterate over the for loop, iterate over the array. So first we'll add sum plus equals to array of I. Okay, and then we'll check if sum is greater than equals to r into unit. Okay, if sum is greater than equal to r into unit, then we are going to return the value. So in this case we'll return I plus 1, because we have started with 0, and that means if 0th position is sufficient to feed all the rats, then we need to return the 1 as output, because 0th position also has one house. Okay, and if that is not the case, then we'll just return from here 0. Okay, because we'll iterate over the for loop, and after adding all the elements to the sum, if it is not able to feed all the rats, then we need to return 0. Okay, that's our second condition. You can see a return 0 if total amount of food from all houses is not sufficient to feed all the rats. Now we'll call our function. Okay, before that we'll write some messages. Number of houses, and here we'll pass some parameters like r, then unit, and n, and then array. Okay, and now we'll run our code. Now we need to pass some value to these variables, like first is r, so I'll pass 7, then unit, I'll pass 2, then n, so I'll pass 8 houses. Okay, then suppose 2, 5, 6, 4, 8, 3, 2. So how many are there? 7, one more, 1. Okay, so I have passed the number of rats unit, then 8, that is our houses, and then I have passed the array of 8. Okay, and then I'll enter. Okay, you can see the number of houses required are 4. Okay, so now we'll check another condition, that is array of size is 0. Okay, we'll execute again. We'll pass the input 7, 2, and 0. Okay, you can see number of houses are -1. Now we'll pass another which will exceed this count. Okay, so again we'll have 7, then each will contain 2, then we'll have 5 houses, each house will have one, 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 and one amount of food. So you can see the number of houses is 0. So now let's start with the problem statement 2. So you can see here, given problem statement, binary number system only uses two digits, 0 and 1. Okay, and the number system can be called a binary string. You are required to implement the following function. So okay, so they have given one function here, operations binary string, which will take argument as a characters string. So that means it will have a string as a parameter. Okay, now they have given function accept string as an argument. The string consists of binary digits iterated with the alphabet as follows. Okay, so it string will have a binary digit 1010. Okay, and in between they will have these alphabets like A, B, C. Okay, so A denotes and, okay, B denotes or, and C denotes XOR. Okay, so you are required to calculate the result of a string, scanning the string to the right. Okay, one operation at a time and return the same. Okay, so what we have to do is, first we have to calculate a value of this, so it's 0, and then a value of this, it will be 1, and then value of this XOR 0. Okay, so we have to calculate this. So there are some points they have given. So no order of priorities of the operation is required. Okay, so you can perform the operations from left to right as it comes. Okay, then length of string is odd. Okay, that is a must condition. And if string is null or none, then return -1. Okay, so if string is length of string is 0, then we have to return the -1. So they have given here input, some input variables. Okay, so you can see here 1 XOR 0 XOR 1, again XOR, then again 1, then AND, then 0, then OR, then 1. Okay, so output of this is 1. Okay, so yeah, we'll let's get started with the coding part. So we have written a method here. Okay, so now what we have to do is, we'll check if s is exactly equal s dot size exactly equals to 0, then we'll return -1. Okay, otherwise we'll iterate over the loop. Okay, we have to parse each character of that string. So for that, int I equals to 0, I is less than s dot size I plus plus. Okay, now we'll have here one variable int result equals to 0. We'll check here if I is exactly equals to 0. If it is a first element, then we'll assign it to the result. Okay, result s of I minus 0. So we are minusing 0, that means value of 0 is 48, and we have here characters. So if it is a character and then and it is a 0, then its ASCII value will be 48. Then we are here minusing 48 from that. That means result will have this 0 value. Okay, now if it is not 0, from here we'll continue. And if it is not 0, then we'll check if s of I is exactly equals to A, else if s of I is exactly equals to B, or else if s of I is exactly equals to C. It's capital C. So if it is a, then we have to perform the AND operation. Okay, so result equals to result, and we will have s of I plus 1 minus 0. Okay, we'll put it inside the round brackets. Okay, you can see here, we if it is a, then we are just performing the AND operation on the result and the next element. Okay, and similarly, if it is a b, then we are performing the OR operation, and if it is a XOR, then performing, if it is a C, then we are performing the XOR operation. Okay, you can see. So if it is A, then we have performed the AND operation. If it is a B, then we have performed the OR operation. If it is a C, then we have performed the XOR operation. Okay, and then after that, we have to move one digit forward. That's why we are performing the I plus plus. Yeah, that's it. And then in the end, we'll just return the result. Now it's time to execute the code. Okay, we'll pass a string here. So we have added a string, and we'll enter. So value of string will be 1. Okay, so we'll assign some constant value here to the string. Okay, and then we'll execute the code. You can see value of string is 1. Okay, that's it for the video, guys. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next. Till then, bye bye.